Hello and welcome back. This is the championship round of the Ravnica Allegiance post-release tournament hosted by Richland Student Media and the Tabletop Gaming Club. We got Mr. Thomas, I am Jack. We basically destroyed our competition and we are now the remainders. So that's what we are here to do, is to play the third and final round, championship round. It's going to be fun. We've already got our opening hands. Nobody mulliganed. Mr. Tommy, is there anything you want to say before we get started?
Let's see if you can take the championship belt from me.
It's true. You are the reigning champion, so I will have my work cut out for me. That's enough talk. Let's get right to the gameplay. Tommy has won the die roll.
Start off with the
It worked.
Guildgate.
And just a disclaimer right off the bat, we're having some issues with the card recognition software, so we're trying not to sweat it too much, but if something doesn't get recognized, we will just gladly tell you what it does.
Well, that will enter tapped, and I have no turn zero plays. So.
Okay, cool. I will draw for my turn.
Turn zero plays.
Right. We're going to go ahead and go with... I am playing Rakdos, by the way, black and red, so therefore I will put out a Plains for my first turn, and again, nothing for me. Go ahead.
Draw. We will play a very underwhelming Plains.
That's all right.
Comparatively. But we will tap two.
Turn two.
We will play an Imperious Oligarch.
It recognized that one earlier. You got it? Sweet.
And I will pass the turn.
So you are playing indeed the Orzhov or Orzhov.
However you want to pronounce it.
I like Orzhov. I don't know about the zh so much. So
We're not English majors here, so.
Exactly. Probably going to have to let you get two in on me the next turn, because no matter how I go for it, I'm going to have something tapped. So I will play my Gateway Plaza for the turn. It enters tapped unless I pay for one and sacrifice it. So therefore I'm tapped out. Your turn.
All right. Upkeep, draw. So first things first, we'll move to combat. I'll swing in for two vigilance. And then I think we want to play a swamp.
Okay.
And tap out to play a Vizkopa Vampire.
You got it. What does that guy do?
It's 3/1 lifelinker.
Easy enough.
And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. So, how do I want to do this?
I just recently watched the podcast of the professor and Pleasant Kenobi talking about annoying habits of Magic players.
I fast forwarded to see each point and then listened to a few moments from each. It was pretty on point.
Yeah, the reason I said that is because I just noticed I was doing the card flicking.
And that's, everybody has their own little things that they do. As long as you're not making like, you know, crazy, terrible sounds that are loud or, you know, too loud. I think it's expected that you're going to be moving them around a little bit. So put a mountain out for the turn. So with that being said, we are going to play... So he's a 3/1 lifelinker.
It is true.
I will pay one for black. An attempt is what we're talking about. It doesn't want to recognize Thirsting Shade. It's a 1/1 lifelinker that's pumpable. Pay 2 and a black and gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So at least maybe I have one answer for that, if you so chose to block. With my remaining turn, I will use it to pass the turn to you.
Sounds good. All right, upkeep, draw. All right, so we are going to play an Azurius Guildgate. Oop, that one doesn't. Maybe I just got the bad angle. Nope, it just doesn't like it. Okay.
We know what Guildgates do.
It's a tap land, so. And then, what do I want to do here? Bad if I do something with that. You know what? We're just gonna move to combat, and we're gonna swing both in.
Well, I want to attempt to block with that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
So we'll trade here. You'll gain a life. I'll gain 3. But you'll take 2, so yeah, you'll net 1.
There we go.
Then I'll gain 3, and we'll pass the turn.
Awesome. Untap, draw. We'll do a Rakdos Guild Gate. Pretty cool. I dig the gate artwork because I think they did a good job of really conveying the 2 colors in each. Thank you. Like the black and the red on both sides. But I can't use it this turn, so it's just going to sit there and look pretty.
There's certain Guild Gate arts that I like more so, like especially from original Ravnica.
True.
The original Ravnica block, I just love the art. It was so just gritty.
I haven't seen many from that. That was one of the sets that I was not playing during.
My father bought me and my brother theme decks.
Right.
That's what they used to be called.
And that's where you fell in love with Golgari, if I remember correctly.
That is true.
All right, so enough talk. Onward to destroy you, or attempt to do something. We're going to go black, red, and 1 for my promo card.
Theater of Horror.
Did it go through?
No.
It's foil and in a sleeve. Theater of Horrors is an enchantment that at the beginning of my upkeep, I exile the top card of my library, and during my turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play cards exiled in this manner with Theater of Horrors. But it also triggers itself because I can pay for and ping you directly for 1. So I'm going to have to take some damage from your Oligarch over there, but we'll see if this one nets me anything in the coming turns. I pass to you, sir.
All right. Draw. All right. So we've got options here.
The hell you say.
It's a matter of if I want to set future turns up or get some instant gratification.
It's still relatively early for a pre-release type sealed game, I would say.
Yeah, we're gonna set ourselves up for future turns, especially with your Theater of Horrors. Since you played enchantment, I'm gonna play an enchantment.
Sweet.
The Ill-Gotten Inheritance, which won me a few games.
I'm about to say this was the big guy for last turn.
Not recognizable. So at the beginning of my upkeep, deals 1 damage to each opponent. And I gain 1 life, and then I can pay 6 and sacrifice it and drain for 4.
And you gain 4 life, so it pings down, and then you get them to that final 4 and give it up, right?
Yep. And then I will swing for 2.
And I take it. 15.
Go ahead.
Untap.
This little Oligarch putting in work.
And when I have cast those in the past, it never hung around for that long. So yeah, she's doing well. I will draw.
It's just a granny just beating their stick on your head.
That's pretty much what it is.
Trigger.
Thank you. So that would then be exiled. So it was my Seraph of the Scales, the reason that I splashed white in this Rakdos deck, flying. It can get Vigilance, it can get Death Touch, Afterlife 2. That's a solid card.
That's an annoying card.
It's solid. I love it. Now I will draw. Cool. So then I'll just put a Plains out for my
That's a swamp
turn. I meant to say that. It's a swamp. I was looking at that Plains as I put it down. Either way, it comes into play. So I think I need to get some dudes out on the floor. Which is what I will do. Do black and 1 for Rakdos Trumpeter. Nice. We will have to add sound effects in future games. Menace, pumpable, pretty good. It's only a 1/3, but it can get bigger.
Yeah.
We will then do white and black for my own old lady with a stick. Imperious Oligarch.
Very
So
nice.
at least that way I have an answer for your Afterlife flyer if that indeed comes to pass.
That is true.
I have 1 open mana. I have played a land. You have not lost life this turn. I pass it to you.
Alright. Upkeep. Trigger.
Yep.
I'll drain you for
One
one.
for me. You gain it.
Draw. That is not a bad draw.
I won't say it's looking too good for me, mainly because of the ill-gotten inheritance. If I can't get under that, you're just going to be sitting back letting that do the work.
So we're going to make it even harder.
Okay.
We are going to we're going to play a Basilica Bellhaunt.
That's a good one.
So
I discard something?
Discard and I gain 3 life.
Get your life. I will think. I don't need that planes.
And then I don't really want to attack into that, so I'll pass the turn.
Got it. Untap. Upkeep. This is exiled, so Grotesque Demise. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. That's going to be there. Still got to get you into some life, though, before I can cast those. So that's just a 3/4, huh?
It is.
It's not a flyer.
As much as I would love for spirits to be flyers.
Right. Well, it's clearly on the ground.
Hey, modern spirits are all flyers. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Red. 2 red, 2 black. Rakdos Firewheeler. When it enters battlefield, deals 2 damage to target opponent. Psh, that's you. 2 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. I guess it's probably, I mean, I had to play that guy.
Right.
But that ability probably, I think, may even hurt me more. But it does do it, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that Vigilanter. You'll get a spirit for it.
I will.
But at least it doesn't have vigilance. Hopefully I can stop something in the air later. So you still have... I still got my planes untapped. You still got a 3/4 and a 1/1.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just go ahead and pass, man. I don't want to do anything else.
All right, works for me. All right, upkeep, trigger.
Yep.
All that damage, it just worth nothing.
Sit back, right?
All right, we will play another Orjav Gate. And we will pay 3. Play an Orjav Locket.
Fair enough. Got
Put
your
that back
mana
here.
real fixed over there.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got big boys now.
Ish.
I'm gonna look at these real quick.
Please. They are exiled.
Right. Oh,
Actually, here's a rules question. It just says it doesn't say reveal and then exile the top card of your library.
Exile cards are always revealed unless they say exile face down.
Even if they came from a place of hidden information.
Correct.
If it was,
because there's always a specification of being exile face down.
Oh, fair enough.
So.
Such as that. Starts
Thief
with
of Sanity.
Thief of Sanity, and there was that other one, that red card that was Bomat Courier. Was that one that was
yeah,
face down
exile
as well?
Face down. All right. Okay. Mainly looking at Seraph of Scales, seeing how I want to deal with that when it comes down.
If I get to do any damage to you yet, because that still has not happened.
All right. I think we'll go ahead and pass the turn.
Fair enough. Untap, upkeep, Scorch Mark. Nice little card. 2 damage target creature if it would die. Exile it instead.
A worse Magma Spray.
How so?
Magma Spray was 1 mana.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It was sorcery, but it was 1 mana.
Ah. That's right, it was sorcery. I will draw for the turn.
Oh, I'm so glad Magma Spray's out. Granted, I'm curious what War of the Spark will bring to red, because they already have enough power.
Yeah, red is just, I don't know if it's the most powerful. It just has all the cards that are super streamlined, and they're all the similar, and you just keep beating it down, and that's it. So I drew for the turn. It's a matter of if I want to cast anything before possibly moving to combat. I think I will. Black, red, and 3 for...
Well, that's slightly annoying.
Get to the point. Did that go through?
Let's try this one.
Negative.
Nope.
Destroy target creature, and I will then scry 1.
That's annoying.
Sweet. That goes in the graveyard. I will then scry. I will keep that on top. I will move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
With everything, why not? Nothing
Vigilance?
to lose. Thank you. Vigilance.
I'll take it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no, I'm down to 19.
Yep.
I go?
It is your turn, because I don't have anything else
Upkeep.
to cast.
Back up to 20. Alright. That's a good draw. So we will play a swamp. And then... the reason I even took this hand.
No.
Pay 6 for Ethereal Absolution.
That's a good one.
Will not get recognized. Oh well. Creatures I control get +1/+1. Creatures my opponents control get -1/-1. And the afterlife will trigger and it'll immediately die as well.
That is annoying.
Then I can pay 2, a white and a black, exile a target card from an opponent's graveyard, and if it was a creature, I create a spirit.
Interesting.
So he's not doing anything anymore.
Not unless I pump him.
Mm-hmm. You really want to pay 4 mana?
Not
each
really.
turn. All right. So
Good play. Good play.
So
How much does it cost for you to do that thing for?
Yep.
You got 2 things to work with.
all right. And then I will be a little aggressive and move to combat. Swing for 2 in the air.
1. 1, 2. I'm at 10.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
Yeah, this thing is good for the longer games, where
Absolutely.
especially when their decks are more weenie.
How many cards in your hand, sir?
Dose.
Okay. I'm thinking.
No, you're good.
I'm going to enter combat for 3.
I will take 3.
You have lost damage this turn. You have lost life this turn.
I have.
Taken damage this turn. It's a matter of what I want to do. I'll save that grotesque demise for now, but I'll do 1 in a red.
Scorch mark.
Yeah, the exile clause is lost on the token, but at least the body is gone.
That is true.
So that's at least saves me a couple of turns. That's 3 to work with. And speaking of bodies, we'll just do white and 2 for 10th District Veteran.
Okay.
It's a good card. I like it. It basically gives other attacking creatures pseudo-vigilance.
Okay.
Is the ruling that I have gotten and seen online.
Yep.
So with that, I pass the turn, sir.
Upkeep trigger.
So I got, what, I'm at 9. Yeah, at least 5 turns until you sacrifice it and deal 4 to me.
Okay, so we are gonna pay white, blue, and 2.
Okay.
We are going to cast Sphinx's Insight.
You did it on your
With
main
the addendum,
phase.
yes. So I will draw 2 cards, and then I will gain 2 life.
Do it.
And then I will play land for turn. And go ahead, pay 3 for Viscopa Vampire.
3/1 lifelink.
Or 2 lifelink now.
At this point. Is that, we saw one of those earlier?
Yes. So I did pull more than one.
So a whole bunch of lifelink going on in this game.
Yep. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep puts a bring to trial, exile target creature with power 4 or greater.
That's annoying.
So got 2 answers there, but still got to get through to you for some damage, which could be done, but I would lose a creature in the process. I will draw for the turn. I will put a mountain down for the turn.
Oh, that's my favorite mountain.
You can't really see it. Doing everything backwards. But yeah, Battle for Zendikar. Full art lands.
I have
good
that
stuff.
in the Naya commander deck.
Nice.
I have like 5 of them, I think. I just went ahead and bought them.
So all creatures I control get -1.
Yep.
Across the board. So pumping him to get through with Menace would do damage to you.
That's true.
But wouldn't leave me enough mana to do anything that was exiled. Well, this is a conundrum. And one of those times where I'm going to have to think for a moment. So maybe if you want to start talking about something, that's all right. There's background music for people to enjoy. So
I do wish that Ethereal Absolution said I could exile a card from any graveyard.
that would be pretty powerful.
I mean, it's 6 mana, you know.
Right. So you're just going to gain life, so pumping it for 4 isn't really to do anything. I'm going to enter combat.
Alright, sounds good.
And with my Vigilante, when it enters combat, untap another target creature. So I'm going in with those 2. 1/3. As you can tell, I'm obviously sacrificing something.
Yeah, I will block the 10th, just your veteran, keep my vampire alive.
Yep.
So I'll lose 3, but I'll gain 4, so I'll net 1 gain.
That's fine.
But I have lost life this turn.
Exactly. So in order to take advantage of that, what does that do? So he's a 4 power.
Yes.
So
So bring it to trial.
I'm going to have to do that. White and 2 to bring to trial, exiled.
Exiled. Gone.
Still got that. 3. Nothing else I can do, so I think that was my best play for the now, because at least gives me 2 turns to survive that. I passed the turn.
Alright. Upkeep. Trigger. Draw. Okay, we will pay 1 black for the card that will not get recognized.
Thirsting Shade.
Very
1/1
thirsty
lifelink.
shade.
Can be pumped, and you got the mana to make that pretty formidable.
Alright. Yeah, because it comes down as a 2/2 already.
Mm-hmm.
We will pay 4. We will use Ethereal Absolution. I will exile... we'll exile this Imperious Oligarch from your graveyard.
It's gone. We'll put that over there.
And I will create a spirit.
Nice.
And I think that's all I want to do for now.
Perfect. Untap.
Go ahead.
Upkeep.
Ooh, grasping throw.
Is that?
No, that's not one that it likes.
Okay. Grasping throw. 3/3 flyer. Enters battlefield. I gain 2. You lose 2. Right.
That's a good card.
I could use that right about now, but I got to get through to you, right?
That's true.
So you got 2 2/2s out there.
I do. I do have enough mana to pump the shade.
Right. Yeah, at this point it wouldn't be about stopping, it's only about getting through to you. I am going to forego any spectacling to do black, red, and 2 for a Rafter Demon.
Okay.
At this point, it's a 4/2.
It's not bad. Well, 3/1.
3/1. It's a body. It would be foolish to try to get you down in life until I take care of your creatures. I'm going to pass the turn.
The end of your turn, I'm going to pay 3, and I will grotesque demise your Rafter Demon.
That happens.
Is exiled, which means I can't just get it out of there again and
Right.
get some creatures out of it. All right, upkeep. Yep. Draw.
I have answers for your stuff, but this Theater of Horrors, you may have noticed that I feel is actually holding me back at this moment.
It's like another hand, but with claws.
Exactly.
We will pay 1
I'm also
for
not-
another Thirsty Shade.
I'm also not getting very much land. You'll notice I've missed like 3 or 4 land drops in a row.
It's also fortunate. All right. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will consign to the pit
Which one?
the Firewheeler, and you will lose 2.
Is it exiled?
Destroyed. So if
All
I
right.
want to
I got
exploit
one.
it.
I got one turn. Actually, you'll be able to kill me this game.
Yep. Move to combat.
turn.
Swing there. 2 in the air.
Uh,
I can't sacrifice it right now, so.
why not? You don't have the mana for it.
Right.
Well then, block there.
Yep.
They bounce, but you get
no,
2.
no. This is 2/2, remember?
1/2. 0/2.
Yep.
I still had to block it.
So you'll lose 2, I'll gain 2. And yeah,
Sweet. I have 1 turn.
exile.
Mountain. Could have used that. That's game. Game 1's in the books. Thomas on top. Let's see if this deck will work a little bit better for me the next go around. And maybe I'll hold off on Theater of Horrors because I want to be able to play the cards that I have, not just look at them and have to have rules of when I can do it.
See,
It works out if you get the mana base. It works out because you can just trigger it for 4, do the 1 damage to you, and then just cast out the wazoo.
See, and I held up the removal for your Seraph of the Scales because that's honestly the most terrifying
Right.
thing. It's just, but then, like, when I saw that it was getting, low life totals,
Yep.
I'm just like, okay, I gotta finish this before anything else happens.
Understood. Maybe we can do this actual shuffle and card draw live. Typically, we take a quick break, but I think we'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I just gotta do a quick check, see if there's anything.
I didn't bring any of my cards that would be considered the sideboard. I'm extremely OCD about my collection. Not extremely. I like to be organized with it. So if I'm not using a card, it goes in the binder or it goes in the card box under the specific area that it should be. And I did that with my cards, and maybe I shouldn't have. But I don't think I drew anything to deal with enchantments would be the only thing that would help me.
That is true.
I choose to go first.
What? That's lame.
I know, it is.
I'm just gonna bring in maybe 1 or 2 cards. We'll do that one. And we will. I like that. I like that too. I like
Sideboarding is fun.
Yeah,
It's one of those things that I kind of held out for a while. It's like, I don't need no sideboard. I just got the cards in my deck.
We'll just do one.
But especially the standard events, it's made or broken me several times, and it's turned out well, I think. So sideboarding is fun.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just putting a gate in there, and you're fine.
Well, it's always about making sure your deck becomes more versatile and against certain matchups.
Having an answer for something that particularly screwed you. I need to learn that method of shuffling. I feel like if I practice it, I'm just going to be screwing up my cards.
All right. There you go.
That's what you want right there. Game 2. Let's do it. I'm choosing to go first before I see the opening hand. Hopefully we don't have to mulligan.
That'd be nice.
Hopefully you...
Oh, no.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
I'm keeping...
No lands.
None?
None whatsoever.
Well, I'll keep this.
Yikes.
And we will just watch you shuffle your deck with the pressure of having to do it while we're waiting, Tommy. We're waiting. the game clock is on. Speaking of which, having the game clock at like a Friday Night Magic, I almost had a heart attack at the last game. You were there playing a mirror matchup of our Gates standard deck, which has a lot of shuffling and fetching of cards. And we were down like 2 minutes and having to speedily shuffle to try to get things going, and I was just like, come on, come on, come on.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no. Am I going to have a leg up because you've gone down to 5?
Possibly. What is this? What is this game, man?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, thanks.
Wizardry the Happening. Oh, right there. That's what you want.
See, you keep putting all my lands on the bottom.
It's the tactic that I have specifically. Down to 5.
Well, I see a land, at least. Okay.
Isn't that technically when you should keep is if you have a land and a 5 card?
Scry. We'll leave that there.
All right, very good.
Ugh.
So turn 1, we can actually start playing the game now. We'll go with Swamp and Thirsting Shade. 1/1 lifelinker, your turn.
Where did I go, Gate?
Beautiful.
Tap land, go ahead.
Untap, draw.
Yeah, you'll definitely have a leg up on this game.
We'll see. Once you start gaining life, I may not be able to do enough to...
Look at you, you're the life gain deck now.
Well, yeah, that's... My secret is revealed, finally. We'll do an Orshelv. Guildgate. Enters tapped. Enter combat for 1.
Well,
your turn.
Draw. Hey, that's not a bad draw.
Land is never truly bad.
We will play my promo. Let's see if it'll get it. It will.
During your upkeep, what?
So this
During
is
your
tight.
turn.
Yeah, during my turn, anything you want to cast or activate on my turn.
1 bigger, yeah.
A little more.
Okay, great.
Last turn.
Kind of makes instance a little bit more, less instanty.
Yep. And I really had to clarify with people is like, no, everything doesn't cost more. It's just during my turn.
Right. So I untapped. I will draw. And we'll play another swamp for the turn. Black and 2. Noxious Grudion. Did it get it? Nope. It's a 2/2 with Death Touch.
It's annoying.
I am going to either gain a life or sacrifice my creature and get rid of yours. I will enter combat with a 1/1. Excellent.
I will Afterlife 1.
Sure.
Ooh.
I just didn't want that
Yeah.
sticking around.
Alright, draw. We'll play a Plains. We will tap 2 for an Impassioned Orator. So kind of a...
Gain 1 life?
Yeah, kind of a Soul Warden-y effect.
Right. That's the soul brother instead of the soul sister. That's the joke people were making.
It's your...
All right, untap.
Actually planning on building Soul Sisters for Modern.
I have yet to decide. I kind of want to get a Modern deck, but I wouldn't want to play and just lose every single game because I didn't spend $1,000 on the deck. Right. But we'll see. Maybe with Modern Horizons there'll be something a little bit more achievable. All right, with that, let's put down a Plains.
Are we both playing Orzhov or what?
Yeah, like... right. No, this is a Rakdos deck, apparently. I'll be honest, in the packs that I got, even the seeded pack for Rakdos really didn't lend itself to any one archetype, man.
Mm-hmm. My Orzhov pack was great.
Rub it in. So you got a 2/2, 1/1.
I'm glad to not see red at all.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think and fixing. So, do 3 for my
Rocket.
Locket. Yes. So.
That's not that.
It is an artifact, you're correct.
You can use it.
It's not a guild gate. But I will pass the turn.
Lame. Alright. Keep draw. Okay, so let's try and get some stuff done. So we'll move to combat. We'll sling for 1 in the air.
I got it.
And then I will play the Rakdos deck today.
Oh, okay.
And I will spectacle in something. Spectacle in a Blade Juggler.
1 damage to what?
It will do 1 damage to me, and I will draw a card.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And because another creature entered,
you get
I gain
1
life. So
canceled out.
Yeah.
That's some
pretty
synergy.
Much three mana draw card. And a creature, so.
A 3/2 at that, so not bad.
Not bad at all. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep draw. Well, there's that red, but oh well.
Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Right. Since I did replace my red mana source, I'll do red, black, black, black to sacrifice the locket.
Draw some cards.
And draw 2.
I'm setting up future turns.
Yeah, and I need a little bit more variety, to be honest. I still got my Death Toucher out there, so that may prohibit you from truly wanting to attack. Maybe. I did play a land this turn. Going to pass it.
Upkeep. Draw.
So you pretty much made up for having to mulligan to 5 with that guy there, almost.
Yeah, almost. Still starving a little bit. We'll move to combat. We'll do a full swing.
Alright. What's open mana?
3 mana. And 5 cards in hand.
I'm going to try to stop that from getting you life later. Got any tricks?
No. It's annoying, but
It's
yeah.
alright.
Alright, so you'll take 4.
I will.
And I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Put a Plains out.
Man, I wish I had that.
What? The
Land.
Well, right, exactly. it all comes down to land. We're doing black in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you
yes.
gonna consign something to the pit?
No, I'm gonna get a big old softy
Aw.
debtor's transport out there. Did it go through? Nope. It's a big beefy 5/3 with Afterlife 2. So it's a good blocker. Don't get too mad when it dies. So that's that. I pass turn.
All right, draw. Well, that is a 3-drop, so can't ask for much more. This Cup of Empire.
3/1 lifelink.
And then... moved combat.
Okay.
We'll just swing one in the air.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Guildgate for the turn. Is that it? Just one?
Just one. I mean, I'll take two, but, you know. Or I'll take three, I should say. But.
Let's try something here.
Try all the things, man.
Like I said, I'm not too upset if he gets destroyed. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Black and 3. Undercity Scavenger. When it enters the battlefield, I may sacrifice another creature, which I will. I'll put 2.
Spirits.
May I have some dice, please? And I do not have spirit cards.
I got you.
So he is going to be a 5/5, and then I will scry 2. Thanks, sir. I'm gonna put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom.
Alright.
I am not able to do anything else this turn except pass it.
Alright.
Ah!
Got there.
Now the game will start.
Yeah, hopefully. Alright, we are going to pay 4 for a Vindictive Vampire. Just all the vampires.
When another creature you control dies, it does 1 damage to you?
No. Whenever another creature I control dies, I drain you for 1.
Got it. And you gain a life, okay.
Right.
You know, reading it upside down and sideways can lead to some interesting interpretations.
And then I will move to combat.
Okay.
And I will just swing 1 in the air.
Your tap deed. I'm going to block you there just to get rid of that guy. So there's your...
You will still
spirit
lose
back.
1, and I will still gain 1 because of Vindictive Vampire.
You got it.
All right, we're on the fast track to gaining life.
Is that so?
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
All right, give me another one.
Red. And 1. I wish I could do it to that one, but I can't. But I'm going to at least try to attempt to exile that guy with the scorch mark.
Yep. And because it doesn't die, I don't get my trigger.
Because it would die. If it would die, exile instead. I totally meant for that to happen. But yes, you're correct. Way to read the rules. Let's see. Question is,
So I was saying Scorch Mark is kind of the bane of my deck.
Right. Yeah, there's only 1, I think. I don't think I played a land this turn, because I just went right to that. Yeah, I did not, because that was the last thing I did. It was tapped. So I'll just repeat that process with my own another Rakdos Guildgate. The reason I splashed white, 4/3 flyer.
Splashed.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I got it. Okay, I will. Let's see. Technically, you could get rid of my dude, but then I would also be getting rid of both of your dudes. I'm gonna enter combat.
Just that?
That's it. Only with that one.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. I pass the turn, sir.
It's not bad. Not very, not bad. Not when I had a moon.
Right.
So we're going to pay 4 for a Basilica Bell Spooky.
Discards a card.
And I will gain 3 life.
I didn't want to play with the Theater of Horrors anyways.
pass a turn.
Okay.
See, but at least I got you in top deck mode.
Yeah, definitely. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Just don't make it good top decks, please. I can't take that right now.
Well, I'm still going to play it. 2 black, 2 red.
Oh boy.
Fireweir. So, question is, who do I want to do the 2 damage to? I guess the only one that it would really matter.
Yeah, that's true.
And 2 to you?
Yep, but Vindictive Vampire will trigger. You'll gain 1, you'll lose 1.
Psst, still had to do it.
Yep.
I will enter combat.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I will pay a white to give her vigilance until end of turn.
Okay, well, I can't do anything about this. So I'll lose 4. And then I will double block.
Okay, fair enough.
So, which one are you going to kill?
That's, well, that one.
Okay. And he will not trigger off of himself, so.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, because it says whenever another creature.
Very good. Keywords there.
Yep.
Great. Okay, I dealt with that threat.
So that's dead.
It is dead. Stuck a board over here. You're not going to be pinging me anytime soon. So with that, I will pass the turn.
Alright. Upkeep. Draw. That's a nice card I can't play. We will move to combat and we'll swing for 3.
3 on the ground. I will block.
Good.
There's your creature.
I will pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Pay a white. Give her vigilance.
Yep.
Go in with everything.
You just gave it vigilance.
I
man.
know it's a habit. It's a signal. So that'd be 8 total.
I have
unless
no
you got an
blockers.
answer. I pass the guild gate for the turn. I pass the turn. Uh-oh.
Alright. I will play a Grasping Thrall.
2 damage to each opponent. You gain 2 life.
I will gain 2 life. So.
You got a flyer now.
Yep. I'll definitely stop the bleeding. Move to combat. Swing for 3.
Take the 3.
And I will pass a turn.
Untap. Draw. See, there'd be no reason to give it vigilance or death touch because you would probably just block because, you know, the dying. But at least I would get my spirits back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to enter... hold on. I will enter combat.
Mm-hmm.
Him only.
Take it.
Okay. Interesting turn of events. I pass the turn, sir.
Sure. Okay. Playing Azurius Guild Gate.
All right.
Well, in the interest of staying alive, I will pass the turn.
Interesting. All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Black, white, and 3 for my own Grasping Thrall.
Make this a little worse.
I still can't get one to you. this turn. I'm gonna enter combat, same as last time. Okay.
Trade there.
Pass turn.
The end of your turn, I'm gonna grotesque demise your grasping throw. So exile it.
No answers.
I would hope not. Alright.
Yeah, your turn.
Draw.
We're getting super late game with these constructed decks.
Yeah.
Sealed decks, rather.
Consigned to the pit.
Ah! I will get... Is it exile?
Nope.
No, okay.
Destroy. You do lose 2 life, though.
I will. At least I got something.
Oh, I guess that kills me, huh?
Technically, next turn I would go in for both, unless you have another flying defender.
Yeah.
Or an answer to get rid of one of these.
Yeah, I misplayed. Oh, well.
No go backs on the championship round. Cool. Game 2 in the books. We're going to game 3. We will be back right after this quick production break. We're back. Game 3. It all comes down to this. I couldn't think of any more funny things to say. Let's do it.
Let's see if I can maintain this little championship hold. So we'll play a swamp and we will pass.
Okay, I will draw. I liked it so much last game. We're going to repeat the same move. Turn 1, Thirsting Shade, 1/1, lifelink, etc. Pass the turn.
Alright, we will play a Plains.
Is that a Rush song?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a pass song is what that was.
Yeah.
Untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna try to get the board filled with dudes.
I'm not into that, I'm sorry.
First couple of turns, so Rakdos Trumpeter. Menace 1/3 can be pumped. I will enter combat for 1.
I will take 1.
Pass turn. Hopefully if I get a wall of dudes up, that'll slow you down a little bit.
Oh, I'm already slow enough. We'll play an Azure Skillgate. And we will pass the turn.
Interesting turn of events. I will untap. I will draw.
Man, it just that first game, everything's fallen into place. Now I just can't get good lands.
Did you take your land out? Did you sideboard out your lands by mistake? Mountain for the turn.
Last pre-release, I actually did have to, though.
Really?
I was getting flooded every game.
Did you add more in the beginning to offset something, or?
Eventually, I just had to like take them out and put in cards for them
to actually use instead of having take up space.
And as we saw last pre-release or last post-release,
yeah,
it worked out for me.
There you go, it did. So now that my mana base is full of colorful goodness, again, keeping up the dudes, white and 2, 10th District veteran.
All right.
I will enter combat for 2.
I will take 2.
And I will gain 1. I pass.
Draw. All right. Untapped lands are good.
Indeed. It means you can use them.
All right. So, the question is, what do we want to do here?
You're supposed to play Magic cards in a Magic card game.
Thanks. Thanks, Jack.
Uh-huh.
Pay 4. We're going to play the Vindictive Vampire.
Start the pinging.
Alright, now pass turn.
Cool. Untap. Draw. We'll put down another mountain for the turn. We'll use that to cast a white and 3. Card we haven't seen yet. Angelic Exaltation.
Boy.
Exaltation. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So therefore, I control 3 creatures. I'm going to enter combat to turn my Thirsting Shade into a 4/4 lifelinker.
That's annoying.
That's the reason I put that in there. Like that combo
I will
right
take
there.
it.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at you! You're the life game.
Up there. It was part of it, but it's the life game was a minor property of my deck. Past turn.
I wish I hadn't cited out my enchantment hate.
So, yeah, that was just me throwing you off, and I said I didn't want to play with Theater of Horrors anymore.
Alright, we are going to addendum Sphinx's Insight.
Get some life, draw some cards.
Look for something. I don't even
Love
know
drawing
what.
cards.
Well, that is something. We'll play an Orzhov Guildgate.
Okay.
Then I think we just want to pass the turn.
Understood. Untap, upkeep, draw. So I've hit the... what's it called? Curving out so far.
Yeah.
I've hit it one every turn.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That rarely happens for me. Curving or looking at mana cost of cards is still a strategy or a facet of the game that I'm still trying to kind of wrap my head around. You know, if you look at you want that cool card in there, but if you don't have anything cheaper or more expensive or whatever, you know, you're supposed to look at cards based off their mana cost to see if they really fit in with something. Still learning that.
Yeah, it's a skill. It takes a little while to...
Decisions, man.
Yeah, feel you.
We're going to do, well, decision made for me. If you don't have the right mana to pay for it, you can't cast the card. Can ya? Can ya?
Can you?
You could. That would be cheating. It's only cheating if you don't get caught. Let's
Take it from modern
do...
players.
Right. We'll do our Gateway Plaza.
All right.
And we'll pay 1 so that sticks around. So you could say that kind of hit the curve there, but not really. Entering combat. Same as before. 4/4 lifelinker coming through.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I hit 30 life, I win the game.
Oh, right.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Pass the turn, man.
No Felidar Sovereign here.
Right.
Cool. I like that. I like lands.
Had to turn around and look at the equipment to make sure we were indeed recording. We're good.
All right. We will pay 3 for an Orzhov Locket.
To immediately sacrifice to draw cards or no?
I can't pay to sacrifice it.
Oh, I got 3. Okay.
Yeah. But we will go ahead and get rid of this annoying shade and grotesque demise it.
Is that what's
Exile.
happening?
Yep.
3 or less, right?
Yep.
Power 3 or less. He served his purpose.
He really did. He put in a lot of work. Too much work for my taste. But I think that's all I want to do. Go ahead.
All right, untap, draw.
I'm not out of the woods yet.
Okay, this is what we'll do. Go ahead and play another Gateway Plaza, and I'll tap my other Gateway Plaza to pay for it.
Gatewayception.
Right? Nice. Black and 3, Undercity Scavenger.
Okay.
With this guy. Sacrificing.
Right.
So he's a 5/5.
There it is.
I can never find
Scry
the
2?
side of the die that I'm looking for. I will scry 2, thank you. And they will immediately go on the bottom. That's not what I need. Tapped out. Pass turn. Well, yeah, pass turn. I don't want to. Just nothing would happen there. That would be a vigilante bounce. No point in even trying to make that happen.
Plans.
Feels nice to be in a game 3 of the championship round. Did y'all go to game 3 last time?
Nope.
3 white. Oh no, something big.
We will consign to the pit your big
And I will
boy.
take 2 damage. That was a waste of sacrificing, but oh well.
And then I will pass a turn.
Alright, see what happens. Untap up, you drop. Swamp for the turn. We'll do red and 4. Rubble Belt Recluse.
Tax each combat if able.
It's a 6/5.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little bit bigger because of that, if I choose for him to attack alone. But I will pass the turn.
At the end of your turn,
You will.
final payment. I will choose to...
Is additional cost, pay 5 life or sacrifice a creature and enchantment, destroy target creature.
I will pay 5 life.
Interesting choice. He goes away. But I want my creatures to stay.
Too bad.
But why? Why would you be mean?
Alright. Draw for turn. Play an island.
It's an interesting combo, be able to sacrifice a creature or 5 life.
Or an enchantment.
Yeah.
It's very, very versatile.
It is versatile.
We will addendum a Sphinx's Insight.
Draw cards. Get life. Right?
Yep. Okay, then we will pay 2 for a Tithe Taker.
Yep. Things are more expensive Afterlife 1.
Yep. Let's see what you do. Move to combat. Swing for 2.
3 open lands-ish. I could bounce it, but you may have a trick. I'll block and call your bluff.
Grotesque Demise.
Just straight up killing it.
Yep. Exiled, actually.
Thank you. See, I wanted you to get that out of the way now.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm taking 2. No, it became...
It was blocked, so you're
okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. That part of the attack combat step, so just to clarify, if people are watching, which I know thousands of you are, so I declared the blocker, and that ends there. As soon as the blocker is
declared as blocked.
And so if a creature becomes blocked, so even if something then happens to that creature after the block is declared,
It is still blocked.
It's still blocked and not coming through. But that's, yeah, that seems kind of counterintuitive to me, but I'll take it. I will untap nothing and I will draw.
See if I could steal this game.
Yeah, I got no dudes. What did I say I was wanting to do? Have dudes.
Sorry, I don't swing that way.
I swing creatures into battle.
Firewheeler?
Yep. Get rid of that guy.
Okay.
Even if you are getting a 1.
So I'll drain you for 1.
Mhm.
I'll take 2,
Yep.
so I'll just lose 1.
Yep.
You'll lose 1. And then I'll get... Woo-hoo-hoo. Spirit Boy.
I may... Black, red, 1. I may regret this,
Alright.
but I'm going to put that out there.
Theater of Horrors.
Theater of Horrors. During my turn, I can exile, upkeep, exile, yada, yada, yada. We saw this game 1. Pass the turn.
Draw. That is a good draw. Awesome. Pay 6
Oh.
for the good old Ethereal Absolution.
Okay.
So, good.
3,
Get some
4,
pump
2,
boys.
2 to you. Mine's now a 3, 2.
We will move to combat.
All right.
We will swing at both.
Can't do anything about the 2 in the air.
Mm-hmm.
He is a 3, 4.
3, 4.
I'll take the 3.
Okay. Second main.
Spectacle.
I will spectacle in a Blade Juggler.
1 damage to you, and you draw a card.
We'll draw a card. Awesome. All right. That's the turn.
Untap, upkeep. Swamp, but technically didn't need it at this moment, so it's not the worst thing.
Turn.
I will draw for the turn. And I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Debtor's Transport.
Annoying,
Did
but
that-
all right.
Did that good?
4-2.
It is a 4-2 with Afterlife 2, which is fine with me. I'll go ahead and enter combat.
Okay.
Oh, you got a 3-2 over there? Or a 4-3. Mine is a 3-2.
Mm-hmm. They would trade.
They would trade.
Is it worth it?
Probably not, because I was wanting to get damage to you. Well, he would become...
Oh, yeah, he would.
What would he do? So, he would be a 6-4.
5-4.
It would be...
Because it's -1, but then it would get +2.
right. So, 5-4.
Yep. This is a 4-3.
Still, both would be destroyed. Math is fun. Pass turn.
Keep. Draw. Planes. Pay 2 for an Imperious Oligarch.
Yeah, good stuff.
Alright.
Do we have all your creatures on the board? Yep.
Yeah.
Ish.
They're there. Alright, so we are going to...
Might I suggest moving library there
Yeah, sure.
and just kind of doing that number.
Okay. So pay 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to sack my locket.
Okay, draw some cards.
Draw some cards. Okay. I've not played land for turn, so we'll do that. And then we'll pay 4 for everyone's favorite enchantment. Ill-gotten
Okay.
inheritance.
Now it's on.
Now the clock is ticking.
Still-
Ticking.
Well, it will be pinging me. You got a little bit to build up, but we'll see.
Alright, we'll move to combat. We'll swing for 2 in the
2 in
air.
the air. I'm at 20. I have no flyers.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw.
Right.
Guildgate tapped. Oh, check out this combo.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Yep. Red and 3. To trigger
Ugh.
1 damage to you. I can therefore... Well, it says you may play cards. If I've already played a land,
Does not get around it.
does not get around the one
Correct.
land drop. That's fine. I still wanted to do 1 damage to you.
Yep.
Next turn.
It's a decent mana sink.
Sure. For now, yeah. The question is, do I want to try to get rid of some of your dudes and then maybe get some afterlife? No, because my afterlife would go away. I may just have to sit back on this. I think that would probably be the best course of action. I pass the turn.
All right. Upkeep. Trigger.
Finally below 20.
Draw.
At least my Theater of Horrors could outpace that if I don't do anything else.
Right.
We'll see what happens, though. This is an interesting game 3 already.
For sure. We will play the Vizkopa Vampire.
It's getting there.
Okay. So.
Wrath of God.
Move to combat.
All right.
We're definitely swinging the Spirit in.
1, 2.
We're swinging Nanny.
A Vigilante 3-2.
And that's it. So.
I don't want you to get more 2/2 flyers, so I'll take the 3.
All right. And I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. Thirsting Shade. And draw. Rakdos. So don't. Good pingy for 2. Which is not tapped yet.
Just the one Rakdos skill.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to tap all 8 pingy for 2. And pass.
Okay.
I might be able to survive.
End of your turn, I'm going to pay for with Ethereal Absolution. Exile the Rubble Belt. Hold.
And you get a creature.
I will get a Spirit.
Maybe I can outlast your flyers. Start blocking stuff in the air. Or on the ground.
Alright. Draw.
Upkeep.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
It's not looking good.
We will cast Revenge!
Double life total. Loses half. Rounded up. For me.
Mm-hmm. So you go down to 7.
Yep.
And I will go up to 10.
Crazy.
Oh! Move to combat.
What a way to finish off the game. 6 in the air.
So it's 4 in the air. And then 4, 7 on the ground.
Well, at least I mean, I got to block both or I die.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. So for this will...
No, he's a 3 because of your stupid
I'm talking
spell.
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, that'll die, this'll die. I'll gain 4 life, and I'll get a Spirit.
And I will get nothing.
And you'll lose 2 because of Vindictive Vampire, and I'll gain 2.
Damn, where did I go wrong? It wasn't the Theater of Horrors that did it. You started getting...
I drew a land.
Yeah, you started getting both of those out. It's both of your enchantments that really had this through. Otherwise, I would have had still that wall. What can I do in 1 turn? We'll see.
We'll see.
Untap, draw.
Alright, exactly.
Manton.
Wrath of God?
I wish.
Kaya's Wrath?
Is there anything I can do with this to somehow block everything? Champion continues to reign. I will give him that. I really wanted to win it, but that's okay. Because
good games, though.
His deck did pull together at the end, and it was good games because we did go to game 3. That was fun, man. Again, I'm trying to think of where I went. I don't know if anywhere I went wrong in that game.
Oh, I can tell you.
What?
You weren't aggressive enough.
At which point?
You had the Exaltation, which at least pumps your creatures by 1, even if there's just 1 creature on the field. Which would
You know what? Maybe that's what I wasn't thinking of. I was thinking I had to have like 2, or if it didn't count itself. Oh well, lesson learned. But hey, I'm done playing with this deck because the post-release is over. Thomas once again reigns champion supreme. We will give him that. And I actually have some bad news for you, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to make the next pre-release to be able to build a deck.
No.
So hopefully the comic store will have some kits left over that I at least will be able to pick up and build something. Yeah, you know, pesky wedding anniversary, you know, getting in the way of Magic play. So I think that's going to do it, unless wait, do we have anything we need to break down or how the guilds did against each other? I mean, I think what we all did was a good representation of what the guilds were, even though I honestly wasn't a big fan of this pre-release in general because I don't like these guilds. Yeah. It's not my favorite mechanics. I think Afterlife turned out to be better than what I was thinking. And that's pretty much the only thing I really took away from this was enjoying Afterlife.
Well, you had the Simic and the Gruul, which kind of occupied that big stompy creature, because Simic could adapt into bigger
several
creatures.
Games to that, yeah.
The Orzhov obviously had the Afterlife. The Rakdos had the Spectacle, which in a limited format is not great.
It made, there's something that I listened to on a podcast about the Rakdos, was that it kind of it rewarded players who just wanted to play for the show of it, you know, just for the wanting to play cards, and it was kind of a little benefit to that, and not necessarily, I don't know if it was something to necessarily build around, but at least gave you an excuse to why not, you know, just throw that out there.
Yeah, and then Azurius, I only knew one guy who picked Azurius, and I saw like a couple cards from it. I
think the Azurius got completely destroyed at the pre-release I went to. Oh. I don't think that guild really. Addendum is cool, but it is definitely not something that was on par with Afterlife.
Addendum rewards control players, and you can't play control unlimited.
Right, exactly. So I'm speaking specifically about the sealed event. So I guess that could go on to be something we'll see in standard or modern play. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to not having a seeded pack for the next pre-release kit. Spark. Just to have
you'll just packs. Look forward to a bunch of Planeswalkers.
One in every pack. I mean,
36
I've
possible.
yet to see how there's been no leak on how they're really dealing with that, whether they're at rare or uncommon or what.
They said it was going to be similar to Dominaria. Whereas you had
it would
a legendary
just be the rare.
Creature. Well, it can be whatever.
Really, just in there somewhere.
It's in there.
So I wonder if we'll see like the first common Planeswalkers.
I don't know about common, but at least uncommon.
My guess is that a lot of the if it is uncommon, is that they're gonna have no plus abilities. That it's just gonna be like a smarter enchantment on the battlefield. Maybe they just have minus abilities that you can use when you need to, and that's it.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's enough about the post wrap-up. I'm going to go cry because I lost the game. And no, I'm kidding. Part of playing Magic is the fun, and win or lose, I really don't care.
I'm going to shake these fools down for $1 so I can go buy myself a pack.
We did say there would be a championship pack, so we'll see about that. With that, we will be bringing you another post-release tournament for the War of the Spark. That's going to be in late April. So until then, I'm Jack.
I'm Tommy.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.